Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've been talking about him. You know we've been hyped about this dude since he's joined the Black and Gold. But the Steelers took him in the third round, 98th overall selection in this past year's draft out of NC State. I'm talking about that 2023 Butkus Award winner for the nation's best linebacker, the Bednarik. All right, I think I said that like the nation's best defender. And he was obviously the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. I'm talking about none other than number 41 linebacker for the Steelers, Payton Wilson. Payton, man.
Thanks. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
No, without a doubt, man. First off, man, it's great to talk to you again and stuff like that, man. Heck of a start to the season, though, for you, man. How have you been adjusting to the NFL level versus the college life, man?
Oh, it's a blessing. I just got to thank Jesus Christ for just allow me to be in this situation. Every week is a blessing. I feel like each week, Sunday comes around a little faster, each week it's starting to get in a rhythm. It's flying by, which kind of sucks a little bit, but no, it's going good. Each week you learn a little more, you take a little more notes from guys, and, you pick things up and you feel like it slows down each week. So it's been awesome. Can't thank Coach Tomlin, Coach AC, Coach TA for, having the trust in me. It's just been unbelievable.
No, without a doubt, man, as we're watching you, we're like, yo, this dude is picking it up faster and faster. I know I'm watching you on tape this past game versus the Cowboys. I'm like, yo, he backdooring things, making the plays. Oh, he feeling himself, man. But
yeah.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, but speaking of that, you did obviously have your season high 9 tackles versus the Cowboys. Just talk about it. Like, how is the game starting to slow down for you? Because watching you preseason to now, man, you do see the uptick from you, man.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think a lot of it is, changing the mentality from obviously in preseason, those first few games, you want to make sure that you're doing your assignment, showing the coaches that you truly understand the playbook, whatever they got out there, whatever they give you, making sure you're at your landmark, making sure you got your guy. But I mean, as games get going on, you start to play ball, you start to pick up things and you start to get back to the speed and the play that you like to play at. And, I think that's what's happening. And, credit to E-Rob and PQ for just, kind of taking me under the wing and, getting me up to pace fast. And, when I'm out there, it's not like I'm getting babied or anything. I either have to know it or I get off the field. So, and that's the way that they approach it. That's the way that I approach it. And it's just been helping me so much each week.
Nah, that vet life real like that, man. Hey, you better know it. Yeah, otherwise you don't get this rep. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
Now, I listened to a couple of your interviews before hopping on here, and it seems like you're a pretty loyal guy. Going back to your college recruiting, you're from North Carolina, and you decided initially to go to UNC and then ultimately went to NC State.
Oh, man.
Am I right in saying that your loyalty is part of the reason why you picked schools in North Carolina over offers from Alabama, Ohio State, who else? Notre Dame, a bunch of big name schools,
man. Heck yeah.
Is that true? Can you take us? Yeah, can you take us behind the story there?
Yeah, kind of. First off, we can't be knocking NC State like it's some stroke school,
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, we got players,
Chill. Shout out to Mario Williams. Shout out to John McCargo, man. Yeah.
No, I'm just messing. I mean, a lot of it's my family. My brother, my mom, my dad. I have amazing parents. I'm super blessed. They don't miss stuff, and that played a lot of factor into why I chose to go to NC State. My parents love to come to my football games, play in the ACC. They can hop in a car and drive rather than getting in on a flight. And when it comes to loyalty, obviously everybody has a chance to leave in college, but it was never a thought in my mind. NC State was home, and it's just. Loved being around my family, loved NC State, loved the culture. It was very similar to how it is here, and I just wouldn't have traded it for anything else.
Man, that's actually awesome to hear. I mean, obviously we know, and it's not a bad decision one way or the other, but we do hear a lot about guys, taking the next opportunity. Man, I can go to this school, let me transfer, let me leave. But to hear you say, nah, man, that was never even a thought. I was going to stay here. That's actually pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that I'm old school or anything. I'm obviously young, but I got into college before NIL.
Okay, yeah, respect.
Where you had guys that were so good because they sat behind people and you heard those stories and stuff. So that's just, that's just kind of how I was raised. That's how my dad raised me. And, you know, I had such great relationships at NC State. I wasn't going to burn those bridges for, I mean, I believe money's the root of all evil. So you can't
Hey,
burn
talk that talk, man.
So
Wait, am I wrong? Did you pick UNC first?
yeah, I did. I was young though.
What happened? I need to hear
when
the
you
story.
say young, how young we talking, man?
I think I was like just going into my junior year of high
Oh,
school.
you got the early off.
Yeah, so I'm like 20. Like
Sheesh.
when I tell you I could hop in my car and drive 15 minutes and be at UNC's campus,
Wow.
it was just like, you know, kind of fell in love with the closeness of it, the school, and you know, I had some friends that went to school there, but just, you know, kind of backed off and assessed the situation and just kind of, you know, it's kind of young to be making a life-altering decision, but
That's real.
you know, I feel like I eventually made the right one. So
No, I like that. That's interesting right there. Well, you definitely made the right one because it got you here to Pittsburgh. So, speaking of that, could you take us through your NFL draft story? Were you expecting to go when you went? I know it was a lot of talk around you, man, kind of being potentially a higher draft pick, but we know the injury stuff. So, what was that experience like for you?
yeah, it was different. It kind of goes all the way back to the combine. You know, I get to the combine coming off the year I just had. Know that I'm going to go to the combine and have an amazing combine just because the testing numbers. And then on like that fourth day when we do the medical or whatever, you know, like we go, you know how it goes. You
Yep.
sit in that room. There's those doctors in there.
Poking
And I
project
get-
32 different times. Yep.
Yeah, I get on the table and they're like, this guy don't got an ACL, you know? And I like literally look at the doctor and I'm like, are you sure that you have like my file, you know? Because like I have tore my ACL before, but I haven't had problems with my knees since 2018.
Yeah.
Like no problems at all. And then I get there and they say that, which I don't really believe it. But
I love it.
That's a story for a different day. But I mean, like I said, I'm super religious and I believe everything happens for a reason. And like you said, like if I don't go to the combine and they don't find those things, I don't fall to where I fall and I don't end up a Pittsburgh Steeler. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out beautifully, you know. I couldn't ask for a better situation.
Yeah. And I heard that confidence too. He said, oh, I wasn't worried about the testing. I already knew I was going to do that based off the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, the testing is just testing, you know. So,
Yeah. He said, y'all can run fast. I'm tall. Don't worry about me, man. We're going to be good with all that.
yeah, we're going to be good. And then I get there and then they want to talk about all this nonsense. But
Now, you mentioned the injuries, and you dealt with a lot of them, like early on, like going back, like you said, 2018 and earlier than that. Was there ever a point where you hit like a low and started like questioning your path or started to have some self-doubt? And then how did you handle that, if so?
never really like questioned my path or like questioned whether I should play football. Like all my injuries I had, I never missed time other than the 21 season. Like that was the year I was like,
And that was
all
the
I'm
shoulder,
going to the
right?
league. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was like in 2020. I had just like first team all ACC. I was young. I was feeling myself. So I'm like 21, man, I'm gone, you know? And then the second game of the season, we're playing Mississippi State, and I just blow my shoulder out. And then I felt sorry for myself for a little bit, but I got over that, realized I was wasting time feeling sorry for myself, and, you know, got right back to work and just the love of the game and just the progress that I was, yeah, you go through injuries, but at the end of the day, like, we're in 2024. These doctors going to do what these doctors do, and they're going to get
Hey.
me back to that field.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey.
It's not like it's like, no offense, it's not like it's 1900s where something happens and they can't fix
can't
it, you know? They fix everything these days.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that mindset. I don't think I've ever heard somebody have that mindset when he say, "Yo, the doctors are here now, man. The
Oh, you know how
science,
much money doctors make?
man, the way that medicine is, man, they gonna get you fixed up. They gonna get you right." Now, Deke had brought up, you know, the injuries, and you talked about not missing anything. I was a little bit upset because I wanted you to go back to back, man. Wrestling state championship. I seen you won it in your junior year, 220. What's up?
Yeah, man, that was the plan. Won it junior year. That was gonna go back, and I would have won it senior year, and then just ended up getting hurt that senior season of football season, and you know, me and my parents just decided like there's probably not the best treatment in the world in Hillsborough, North Carolina. So we went to NC State and we enrolled early and we got to it.
No, I respect that, man. Definitely respect that. Shout out to your parents too, man.
I got good parents, man. Shout out to my parents.
Heck yeah.
What is your favorite part about Pittsburgh and least favorite part about Pittsburgh?
My favorite part about Pittsburgh, I just played in a Sunday night football game and I got to see Renegade at night. So that's probably my favorite thing about Pittsburgh. Now, there's good people here. There really is. I really haven't had bad experiences with people. My least favorite thing, and nobody take me wrong on this because y'all probably got the same thing. These roads are confusing, man. These roads, you take one wrong turn and you're 20 minutes away.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah, and you can't get off. No exits.
A lot of hills, too.
Yeah. I mean, there's no complaints. It's great people, great food, and obviously the best football in the world. So what can I complain about?
No, respect on that. I would just tell you, I've been here now for my 10th year. I complain about the traffic. Not the traffic, the construction. There's always some type of road work going on. Some type of road is going to be closed, and it's
definitely
always going to inconvenience you. So
I go to the same place every single morning, and I come back to the same place every night, and I use a GPS just because I don't know. Because one time I could go home and it's going to take me 30 minutes to get home, and the next day it's going to take me 12. You just never know.
That's a fact, man. That is a fact.
And we get done every day at 5, so I hit rush hour every day.
Oh yeah, you in the heart of it. Yeah. You already know what it is. Yep.
But
now, respect on that, man. Now, I want to go back to your last year at NC State. We said in an intro, man, you won the Butkus and the Bednarik, right? Nation's top linebacker, nation's top defender. At what point in your final season there, man, is it starting to come to grips like, yeah, I'm that dude, man, and there isn't a dude in this nation that is playing better than me right now? Like, did that hit you at some point in season, or was it season's done, you kind of reflecting back at the award ceremony? Like, how did that work out for you?
Man, if you could have seen me last season, first off, them trophies don't, I mean, obviously,
I already know, talk it. Yep.
You know, like, I could care less. Those trophies are at my dad's house. My dad loves those trophies, you know?
Yep.
Dog, we were supposed to win the ACC championship and didn't last year. So I didn't really care about none of that. Like, at the end of the day, for me, it was like, what more can I do?
Yeah.
Right? Like, not like, it's never a fact of like, man, I'm making all these plays. Where's my teammates? It's like, yo, how can I get us over 10-3? Like, how can I get it? Like, how can I not let us lose to Louisville 13-10?
Well, man, got 100 tackles every game. I'm like, yeah, he's a machine. That guy is. He's everywhere.
Try to be. Try to be.
Hey,
that's why the NFL is a little different, man. I'm used to people missing more tackles, so I can get one or two more.
I get the clean
people
up.
Making tackles up here.
Hey,
people
listen,
making tackles.
You got to get the JOP. All right, just jump on the pile and celebrate. Put a finger up. Hey, Payton Wilson on the tackle. Just get you an assist, something like that, man.
My teammates in college, they used to hate me for it. I told them, I said, if there's a pile, just be wary. I'm jumping on it.
Facts.
I'm jumping on it.
What are your thoughts on the ACC right now? Because I'm a Pitt grad. I'm a big Pitt fan. Do you think the conference will be in existence in like 5 to 10 years, just with the change of college football and all these different conferences and stuff?
I don't think there should be conferences in college football.
Okay, explain.
I
want to hear this.
Yeah.
How would you do it?
I just don't think there should be conferences. I think it should just be like the top 25, you know? And then, because like, I think that your championship games outside of what, like, obviously there's a 12-team playoff, but in the past, people that went to championship games were, you know, getting screwed because they were in a championship game and they might have lost.
Yeah.
And there's all this stuff. But the ACC right now, if the path that it's looking, your question, no. I don't think so.
Some squads are looking good this year. Like Pitt, Miami. But it's just the realignment's getting crazy.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
And it seems like ACC's on the outside.
I don't understand how you call it the Atlantic Coast Conference and NC State's playing Cal and Stanford. I mean, just call it the United States Conference or something.
True. Yeah, Pitt plays Cal this week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do they go to Cal?
No, they're coming to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, see,
that's crazy.
I think it's funny because imagine, like, it's not as bad for football because we travel once a week. Imagine a baseball team.
Baseball, basketball.
Who has to play Cal, Stanford. You know, they fly to Cali for a day, come back, and then fly there again in 3 more days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a lot. It is. Hey, Pitt is looking good. That quarterback is good.
Yeah.
Oh, he even shouted out. You done made Deke's day. He been hollering about Eli Holstein all season, and the fact that you just acknowledged the Pitt. You didn't even have to say the Pitt quarterback. His face just lit up, man. It's craziness.
Hey, so one of my good friends is actually the Pitt center right now, Lyndon Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah, tell him and the offense are rolling. They're doing a great job.
Shout out.
Yeah, Coop was at NC State with me. And then he just got to Pitt this year, and then obviously I'm here, so I see him quite a bit too.
No, I like that then. Okay. Well,
yeah, I'm glad Pitt went down there and won in Chapel Hill.
Just last week.
Yeah,
Just last week. For a second there, I thought you were talking about Kenny won the ACC championship a couple years back.
Oh, no.
Oh, but you just don't like when you want UNC to lose every week. Is what you're saying though?
Yeah, 0-12.
I like that. You saw they got 70 put on them a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah, but I can't talk junk because in the same week, I think NC State was playing Clemson or Tennessee, one of the two. And I love my boys to death, but I can't be talking junk about that week.
Respect, man. All right. Well, now that you are here in Pittsburgh, man, you do get a chance to work with the legendary Coach Tomlin, man. Talk a little bit about what that dynamic has been like for you and, just what he is as a coach from your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, like, as a player, I mean, you obviously know, like, you don't want a coach that's going to beat around the bush, tell you one thing, then go into a staff meeting and say another. Like, he's calling dudes out in the team room,
Hey, like it or not, he's going to call you out.
Yeah, whether you like it or not. And it's really cool to see, like, you hear consistency with people like the greats. They all had consistency. This dude don't change.
Mm-hmm.
Win, lose, draw, Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he don't change. So I just think that's really cool. He's obviously, you can tell that he's a player's coach. He truly cares for his players and wants the best for them. And, I mean, he's just amazing. I mean, everything that you hear about him is exactly right plus more.
No, facts. I like it.
Now, obviously,
I think something that's underestimated with him that obviously people on the outside don't get to see is, like, obviously he loves the outcome. He loves winning. Not that he loves losing, but it comes with it. You learn lessons and stuff, but he really wants people to love the process, like, not just go through the process. He wants you to understand that, like, what it takes every single day to get a win on a Sunday.
Yeah. Make you earn it. Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that haven't done it, they think you show up on Sunday and you win. And Coach T is one of those guys. He's like, no, from the time that game ended on Sunday, man, everything that you're going to be doing is going to be critical to you winning. Absolutely.
It's not mystical. It's not mystical. So.
Now, obviously, your brother made it to the big leagues as a pitcher. And Tomlin has talked about drafting or bringing in players with some sort of, like, sports pedigree in their family. Like, he loves that. And can you explain, like, I guess what you have learned from your brother? Like, what specifically has he done to help you get ready for the big leagues? Because, again, like I said, Tomlin talks about it, but whenever he does, it's kind of more in generalities. But, like, for you and your path, like, how has your brother helped you become a pro?
Yeah, I think one thing that's, like, really underrated with my brother and how he helped me is, like, my brother got drafted out of high school, so he was 17 years old with, I mean, millions of dollars to his name.
Wow.
And, like, in football, you usually don't get that. Guys are usually 20 years old and 20 years and older, like, that's usually how it goes. And it was just really cool to see how he handled that. Like, didn't change, has a house 10 minutes from our parents. His friends are still his friends, just and keeping his life Christ-centric. I mean, it was so cool to see that, just how he treated people. And just, if you didn't know my brother was a professional baseball player, you wouldn't know it, because that's not who he is. He's not going to treat himself like that. He doesn't treat other people like that. So that was really important for me to see.
And he's carved out a nice little career.
Spent some time up here in Pittsburgh, too.
Yeah,
man.
I was going to say, I apologize. He had to play for the Pirates.
Some
I'm
time
sorry.
up here.
Yeah, he had a little time up here. Been cool if he was still here, but I mean, he's doing really well in Milwaukee. Milwaukee keeps choking in the playoffs. I keep getting on him about it, but man. But no, I mean, my brother's just an amazing person, and just the way that he continued to be himself and not change with money and not idolize money, that was really cool to see.
Now, since y'all both grew up in the same household, did you ever consider baseball?
So I played baseball up until like 5th grade.
Okay.
But I was the kid in center field, like chewing on my glove, playing in the dirt. So my parents put me in lacrosse. So I played football, wrestled, obviously, and then my third sport all throughout my life was lacrosse.
You in all aggressive sports. I love it.
Yeah, I know. My noggin
Say,
was messed up, dog.
But I say he had no basketball, no side. Aggressive. Shout out.
Yeah, my dad always said I could throw just as hard as my brother, but one pitch is gonna go right down the middle, and the next one it might hit somebody in the stand.
Oh, jeez.
So you just never know.
No, respect that, man. Hey, you in the right spot there, man. Because like I said, we glad that you here rocking out in that black and gold.
Yeah, of course.
Now I know you're early in your career, so we could do this two ways, man. But I want to know, man, whether we're talking professionally or at your collegiate level, man, do you have a favorite play from your career or something that kind of stands out a little bit more from you on the field?
I would probably say my favorite moment that I've had on a field, like a personal play, was probably last year against Clemson, the pick six.
Ooh,
Just because, I mean, in high school, I played offense. Like, I'm from Hillsborough, North Carolina. I played quarterback, receiver. Like, you know how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. You're the best player on the
smaller
field. You never
towns.
come off the field. Absolutely.
Yeah, so when I got the ball in my hands and I'm running and I could cross the end zone, it was just a super cool feeling. It was cool. That was probably one of the more special ones.
No, I like that. But, man, we need to go ahead and bring some of that up here, man.
Man.
Hey, come on now.
Man,
Yeah.
tell me about it.
I like it.
TJ and them boys get there too fast.
Hey, that's the truth, man. That is the truth. But, hey, it's going to come back to you. Just wait on it. It's going to come back to you. Well,
Of course.
Now, the last one that we have for you today, man, it's one of them ones where we talk about every NFL player. You go through that phase of realizing that you're no longer at the collegiate level. Man, these dudes are faster. They hit harder. It's different. It's the NFL. So
Yeah.
we typically call it that welcome to the NFL moment. I know
Yes.
you're early in your career, but if you could, just talk about your welcome to the NFL moment.
I don't think just yet that there's like a specific play, you know?
Yeah.
But when I first got to camp, because like OTAs, you know, like OTAs for a rookie, obviously you're going full out and stuff, but the older guys,
It's
like,
different,
they know
though.
how to-
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And then we got to camp. And the biggest difference for me was the offensive lineman. Like, not only are they 6'6", 330 to 50 pounds, these cats can move.
Oh, facts on that.
Like, they're running screenplays and the offensive linemen are running with the running backs. I'm like, when are they slowing down, you know? But they're not. It's just like someone like Zach Frazier, who's just like a freak, you know? Like, could probably pull a tire off a car just because. Like, I mean, and he's also super athletic. It's super cool to see. It was really shocking.
No.
Like, when you come out of college and you're getting drafted and stuff, you know, you like to think of yourself as some like athlete, you know, and then you see some of these cats and you're like, dog, my genetics ain't nothing.
But like, how are you 6'7" and run that fast still? That doesn't add up. Yep.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No, respect on that, man. Well, Payton, that's all we have for you, man. But we appreciate the heck out you taking some time to get on the show with us, man. Like I said, we big fans of you, man. So keep doing what you are doing, man, and wish you nothing but the best going forward.
Yeah, thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good rest of the day.
No doubt,
man.
Appreciate it, bro.